Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are here once again, this time episode 14 of our Winnipeg Jets franchise mode. We are in season number 4, I believe. So we are going to be looking to do big things. If you guys missed out on these last few episodes, we made it to the Stanley Cup Finals and got beaten out by the New York Rangers in 5 games. So a rough end to the season, but we reloaded in the offseason with some free agency pickups. Some guys like, let's just wait for the screen to load here, Evgeny Malkin, who's going to be playing third line time for us, but obviously can play in the top 6 as well instead of Chaz Lucius. And we also went out and grabbed on defense Michael Matheson to shore up our defensive capabilities down there. So let's get to the comments of the last episode and see what we had to say. Alexander starts us off with saying, "It's never something that a real GM would do," and then references Pierre Dorion and the Shane Pinto situation, which is very true. Definitely did not think about that when I was saying that, but then he goes on to say, "The top 9 looks good. A better superstar than Malkin agent overall wise would be amazing, but for 1 year he'll do it." Yeah, I don't really know if we have the assets to get somebody better than him right now, so we'll see how he performs. Matheson looks like he could be a Lindell 2.0, but let's see. Agreed. I mean, it's kind of a band-aid type situation. And then the Heinola situation, the big thing that happened last episode. The Heinola situation has to be painful in my opinion, and the only player / cap hit that makes sense is Adam Lowry. Yes, he's our captain, but he's also a fourth liner, and both Malkin and Heinola are more important for the cup run. I'd suggest Matheson goes, but you just signed him, so that's probably not an option. Morrissey for captain if Lowry does leave, with Heinola at 2.5 for 1 year. So, in the last one, I went out and I signed Malkin in free agency. However, I did not realize, I forgot, that Heinola we didn't have signed on. So Ville Heinola, he's a top 6 defenseman for us these past 3 years? Yeah, these past 3 years. He's played all 82 games. You know, he's in that mid-teens range or so. Last year had a bad season, but he is a third pairing defensive man for us, so he's pretty important to the team. And look at this, he'll take 1 year at 1.65. Oh, okay, so I was about to put out the bad news and say even if we trade Lowry, we won't have enough to pick up Heinola, but we actually can if we trade our Lowry. So because I was thinking that if we traded Lowry and he was wanting 2.5 mil, that would only free up 1.7 mil. So that wouldn't be enough to get him if he wanted 2.5, but he wants what does he want? 1.8? He wants 1.65. So we can actually do this if we do decide to trade Lowry. So I guess it's going to have to be what we do, considering the fact that we build this entire series from the ground up, basically how you guys want it. So if you're new to the channel, that's what we do here. We take all of your feedback into consideration, and we make a decision based on that. So the feedback last episode was, let's get Adam Lowry out of here. He's obviously our captain and somebody that we really value on this team. We can get 2/3 for him. I'll just scroll through these and see what I like most here. We don't want to take anybody back because we don't have cap space. So 2/3 is pretty good. A third and a fourth. A second and a fourth. Okay, I like that. A second and a fourth there from Edmonton. But I don't want to trade him out to the West, right? So these are all the things that we have to really keep in mind here. A second from the Sens, not bad. A third and a fourth. 2/3. Okay, I like that, to Pittsburgh. And we just picked up Malkin, so it kind of makes sense. Or 2/3 from Toronto, a third and a fourth here. So let's go with Pittsburgh or Ottawa. Do we want 2/3 or 1 second? I think I would prefer 2/3 actually. Yeah, let's go with 2/3. So let's trade him out to Pittsburgh here. I'll do a quick recap of his career with the Jets here. A very quick recap, but he's a guy who, since year number 1 down here, he's been 30, a 30-point kind of guy. He's been a minus in every single year, actually, which is kind of strange, in those 40, 30 penalty minutes per year. The most goals he ever got with us in the simulation was 16. Most assists was 19. Most points was his first year at 33 points there. He got some power play time in that year as well, though. He didn't really get power play time last year, so It's tough to see our captain leave us. He's a good defensive player, usually getting more takeaways and giveaways, but last year he was really giving that puck away. So it's sad to see him go. He's played 864 games, all in a Winnipeg Jets uniform. He scored 134 goals with 163 assists for 297 points. We couldn't get him to 300 points, but you know what? He's off to bigger and better things. He'll get his 300th point this year. He's a two-way forward. He's our captain. But unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to him. He's also 33 years old, so we're getting a bit younger with this decision down here. So Adam Lowry, we thank you very much for your service, our captain. Nothing really else to say about him. We love him. He's a great bottom six center for us, but it's just time to move on from him in favor of somebody else. So thank you very much for all your service, Adam Lowry. I wish you all the best in Pittsburgh, and let's get this trade done here. There we go. Adam Lowry, you're off to Pittsburgh, my friend. Thank you so much for all your help with our team. So now that we moved on from Adam Lowry, we can go out and pick up Heinola for 1 year at 1.6. We'll do 1 year 1.6 and see what he says to that. A bit bittersweet, obviously, having to say goodbye to our captain, but he's the only person that made sense cap-wise, as Alexander pointed out. Also, in Alexander's comment were some line suggestions, so I've gone ahead and complied with those. I believe we've gone with Kyle Connor, Cole Perfetti, and Chaz Lucius on the first line, a revamped first line. Second line will be Ehlers, Scheifele, and Brock Besser. Third line will be Malkin, Lambert, and Gabriel Velarde. And then fourth line will be Rasmus Kupari, Jeff Carter, and Lane Hutsko. So now all that's left to do is just wait to see if Heinola accepts his offer here. Just go a few days and he should be accepting. He's extremely happy to accept the offer. Thank you very much, Vili. And now let's get him up on the team. Let's get him into those lines and you can see the full team lineup. All right, so this is what the defense is going to look like here. We've got Morrissey with Werenski, Jonas Brodin with Michael Matheson, and then Ville Heinola with Artemi Kniazev. So that's what that looks like. You guys know what the offense looks like. Now let's take a look at the power play here. We have Morrissey, Perfetti, Ehlers, Connor, Scheifele going to load it up. And then the second unit will be Malkin, Velarde, Lambert, Werenski, and Chaz Lucius. Four-man power play looks like this. If you guys see any glaring issues, you can let me know. Penalty kill now. So I do have to do this all over again because this used to be Adam Lowry as our first-line penalty killer. But now we can go with Gabriel Velarde up here. Yeah, let's go with Velarde. And then on the second unit, Lambert, that works. Third unit can be Jeff Carter. That works, I suppose. And then we'll just do the same thing over here with our 5-on-3 lines. Cool. Okay, that works for me. Extra lines, I don't think he should be here anywhere. So I think we are all good to get this season started up. I will see you guys at the end of the preseason. We'll see how these lines do. And then we'll cut to the regular season. So let me sim through some of this preseason and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so a pretty successful preseason there. 5-1-1, as you can see, our team, what is that called? Our record. Oh my goodness, my commentary is already taking a hit. 5-1-1. Kyle Connor gets 10 points. Chaz Lucius had 6 goals in 7 games. Let's hope he can keep that pace up in the regular season. Nikolai Ehlers with 8 points. Cole Perfetti with 8 points. Malkin with 5. Scheifele with 5. Morrissey with 5. Matheson with 4. Okay, if he keeps that pace in the regular season, I'm going to be more than happy with that. Jeff Carter with 4 here as well. Wow, that's great. So a lot of depth scoring here. Artemi Kniazev with 3, Jonas Brodin with 2, and then after that, really not too much to say. Gabriel Velarde only 2 points, bit disappointing in that, but that's okay. Zach Werenski only 1 point, that's a bit disappointing as well. Brad Lambert with only 1 point as well, so we'll keep an eye on those guys, but I am liking how the team has been performing here, and let's look at the nets. In the pipes, 4-1-0 for Connor Hellebuck, 2 shutouts, and 943 save percentage. That is godly. And then Laurent Brossoit, we will have to keep our eyes on his numbers as well. But here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's start off the regular season, year number 4, 2026, October 18th. Let's do this up against the Vegas Golden Knights, who I don't believe we've played in the playoffs. Maybe we had one series against them, but I don't actually remember. So Let's play them. I just want to make sure that Connor Hellebuyck's going to start this one, get us off on the right foot, hopefully. And I am very excited about this season and about this episode. I think it's going to be a good one. I have high hopes for this team. Obviously, after coming in and losing in the Stanley Cup Finals, there's only one more way to go up, and that is to make it all the way. So here we go, up against Vegas, game number 1. Let's do this sucker. First period. That's a 2-0 lead for us. And Cole Perfetti scores shorthanded. Gabriel Velarde scores on even strength. We are losing in the shot category, but we're up 2-0 in this game. That's huge. Second period now, 3-2. Okay, so the Vegas Golden Knights tie it up at 2, and then Mark Scheifele comes in and scores on, is that Michael DiPietro? It's like NHL 22 legend out there. He always grew to like mid-80s in those games. Now we have a power play. Can we get anything going on it? No, we cannot. Okay. That's okay that we still have that 1-goal lead. We still have Connor Hellebuyck in between the pipes, but of course he lets one in, and now this game is tied up at 3s with just about 5 minutes to go. But then Logan Hutsko, who I called lane at the start for some reason, he's going to score his first as a Winnipeg Jet, I believe, and that's going to be the game winner in our first game of the season. A huge one from Logan, I believe. Hutsko is his name. Jeff Carter had 2 assists as well, so that's looking like a pretty good switch around for what's his name? For Adam Lowry, our former captain. Of course, we will have to make sure that we go and see the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers. If we see either of those 2 teams in the first half of the season, we will definitely make sure that we go and see them. But let's get a few games simulated down here. Maybe to this Pittsburgh game right here. We'll simulate down to this one. That's perfect. And let's see how these guys perform in the calendar simulation. Now, that's another win. Good. And that's a low-scoring win as well. So Boursois did his job there. 7-6 loss. Yikes, that's a big loss. And now people are asking for Heinola, right? Of course. Okay, up against the Vegas Golden Knights again. Okay, let me get him off my block because I do not want to trade Ville Heinola. We just signed him to a deal. Melvin Barker is on here. Okay, 8-2 loss, but then 2-1 win, 2-1 win. Good. Let's keep those nice, easy wins coming. 4-1 win, 2-0 win, and we just played like the real life Jets. Oh my goodness. So we haven't allowed more than 2 goals in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and our last 2 games have both been shutouts. That is the real life Jets. There was some crazy stat out there that they hadn't allowed more than 2 goals in like, I don't know, 10 games or 15 games or something crazy like that, because Connor Hellebuyck was just doing his thing. And he has been for this entire season in real life anyways. So here we go, up against the Pittsburgh Penguins. We are 8-2-0. No reason to touch the lines whatsoever. Let's see what Pittsburgh has for us. Crosby up against Malkin for the first time in their career, maybe. And obviously Adam Lowry up against the Winnipeg Jets for the first time in his career. So we got some storylines out here. Let's see if we can pull through after the first period. That's 1-0, and it's Riley Smith scoring on Laurent Brossoit. We are the second game of a back-to-back, so we're going to start a little bit slow out here. They are quadrupling our shots almost, but we're going to come back here in the second period and tie this one up. Here it comes. Okay, we did tie it up. Nikolai Ehlers tied it up, but then 2.5 minutes later, it's Erik Karlsson. 3.5 minutes later, Erik Karlsson gets a goal on Brossoit there. Another third period has commenced. I think I'm going to jump into this one if it's close enough, maybe with like 5 minutes left, just because of all the storylines that we have going on. And Sidney Crosby gets his goal on Brossoit there. We're now down by 2. Can anybody be a hero? Can we find a bit of a spark there? A power play, that's a good way to start it off, but no, it does not lead anywhere. And there, okay, that's a goal from Cole Perfetti, and now we're going to jump in. We're down by 1 with 3 minutes left in this one. Let's see what we can do. And we can also take a look at our numbers here. 95 offense, 96 defense, 86 goaltending. That's pretty dang good from us. The Penguins with Sid at an 88 still. Great. Erik Karlsson 84, Jake Guentzel 89. It's going to be an interesting one, but here we go. We will get started in just a second. All right, drop of the puck, and the Winnipeg Jets trying to get fueled by their hometown crowd here. Let's see if we can tie this game back up. There's Ricardo Raquel, but Nikolai Ehlers going to strip him of the puck, and now Scheifele coming down to the zone. Over to Brock Besser. Backdoor. No, but Ehlers. Over to Brock Besser. Huge save from Tristan Jarry, though. We're going to get that first line out there. Here's Jake Guentzel. The little dangle tries to find Crosby on his one-timer, but Cole Perfetti made a good play there and picked that off. Now, Kyle Connor coming down. He's got wheels, and he tried to make a play happen, but he ran right into the defense once again. Now, Sidney Crosby. Crosby going up against Josh Morrissey on defense, walks right around him. There's Gensel's shot, saved by Laurent Brossoit, and Gensel picks up his rebound. Now Gustav Forsling. Forsling over to Carlson. Carlson to Rust. Rust misses that opportunity from a good defensive play there by Cole Perfetti, who takes that into the zone. Kyle Connor now, one-timer, or not a one-timer, but a shot to try to get that rebound. Saved, though. Tristan Jarry, good save there, and now Crosby. Just end-to-end action. Nobody can get sustained pressure in this one, and as soon as I say that, here's Jake Gensel going to cycle that puck over to Marcus Pettersson. Trevor Van Riemsdyk now. They have an interesting team, pretty similar to their normal team, but nonetheless, they have some changes. Now Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers finds Besser. Besser looking for Scheifele. Scheifele tried to find Josh Morrissey. He should have just shot it on the net. Wide open lane. Okay, Tristan Jarry going to cover that puck up. And now we're going to put the first line out there. We're going to call a timeout, but I'm also going to stack the lines here. This is classic team managing. So we'll call a timeout, but then we're going to stack these lines. So we're going to go, should we go with Cole So we'll go Mark Scheifele in the middle because Scheifele has the better face-off rating, I think. We'll go Cole Perfetti on the wing. And now, who has the better face-off between these two? Okay, we'll put Malkin instead of Besser like this. And don't worry, this won't change our lines for real simulation. It'll just change them for this game. So that's going to be that. Defensively, Morrissey, Werenski. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I like these lines. Or should we go with Nikolai Ehlers because he has the X factors? Yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we should. Yeah, okay, let's go with Ehlers because he has the X factors. Then it'll go like this. And let's put everybody on their shooting side. Let's put Kyle Connor on his shooting side. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, first line will be out there. We called the timeout. We've edited the lines. Let's do this. Come on, boys. I need a big play from somebody. I'll also pull the goalie. Should I? Yeah, I should pull the goalie right now, actually. Actually, no, I should wait. Because it's EA, I'll wait until we get control of the puck, but I'm definitely going to be looking at doing that. Scheifele in the middle. Let's get a win here, and he does win it. Okay. Over to Ehlers. Werenski shots. See, that's why you don't pull the goalie instantly. Gustav Forsling gets that puck. This would be an easy goal here for them, so I'm happy I did not pull the goalie right off the bat. But with a minute left here, we're going to have to get the goalie out quick. And here he comes. Goalie is coming out. Werenski loses that puck. Oh, no. And now Pittsburgh has a chance to shoot it into the empty net. I should have waited a little bit longer, and we took a penalty. Fantastic. So that does it for this game. Okay, boys. Good try, good try. It's a cross-checking penalty. Come on, ref. You're calling a cross-checking penalty with 50 seconds left in the game? Are you kidding me? That's outrageous. Don't worry, Kyle Connor. I am not upset about your tenacious nature for this this simulation here whatsoever. Here's Riley Smith. Over to Crosby, one-timer. Big save from Brossoit. He's the only one still playing, basically. Here we go. We get our first look at Brad Lambert here, who loses that draw to Sidney Crosby, but still a rookie, so what are you going to do? That's the kid, one of the best to ever do it, so can't be too mad at him. Nikolai Ehlers over to Lambert. Hang on. Lambert couldn't get a shot off, and that's going to do it for this game. The Pittsburgh Penguins end up winning that one 3-2 over the Winnipeg Jets, and they hand us our third defeat of the season, but 39 shots on goal. You can't fault Laurent Brossoit whatsoever there. It's a decent defensive game, just couldn't find the offense. Okay, after that game, we dropped to 8-3-0, but still nothing to be too concerned about here. I think I want to go see this Anaheim game. I'd like to see it, but we can go watch this one instead because Anaheim is a team that we have seen, I think, a few times in our playoff run. If I'm not mistaken there. Okay, that's a few losses here in a row. There you go. We beat Anaheim. Shootout or overtime loss, and another loss. Hang on a second. Let's stop the sim. Okay. So that's a bad stretch there. What did we go after this Pittsburgh game? So that's 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, 1-3, 2-3, 2-3-1, 2-5-1, 3-5-1 in our last 9 is that's pretty unacceptable. So let's play this Colorado game, but they're a very good team. So I might look to make some changes if things start going a bit awry, but that's a 5-2 win. Okay, let's get back on the horse here, boys. December 1st now. Okay, that's a very good win. So let's see, up against Buffalo. Now I'm just going to go one game at a time here. That's a 6-3 win. Good. Up against Dallas. That is okay, hang on. There's somebody on waivers. Ethan Del Mastro on waivers. Medium top 6 defenseman, 78 overall. You know what? Look at that shooting. This is so bizarre. Look at this. Slap shot accuracy 67, wrist shot accuracy 67, but the power is 89. So if his slap shot accuracy, or like if his shot accuracies were up higher, he might be like an 80 overall. Like if they were up at like 75, 80, he'd probably be an 80 overall. He just can't shoot the puck. He can't really play very good defense either, but he's 23. He could be good for the AHL team, I suppose. Yeah, sure, let's claim him. What the heck? Why not? There's a loss against Dallas. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to go throw him in the AHL team, and we will take a look at our roster. Okay, so we're 5-4-1 in our last 10, which is okay, but it's not amazing or anything like that. We had a very good start. But now let's take a look at who's doing what. So Scheifele with 19 points, great. Perfetti with 19, also great. Kyle Connor with 17, good. Nikolai Ehlers with 17, that's also very good. Gabriel Velarde's a -3, he has 16 points. Malkin's a -2 with 16 points. Okay, so that third line, might have to take a quick look at that. Morrissey with 16, good. Brock Besser with 14, that's okay. Chaz Lucius with 11 and 22 playing first line time. I'd like to see that a little bit higher. But of course, he's still just a rookie. Or no, he's not a rookie, but it's only his second year in the NHL. Last year, he had 41. So he's pretty much on pace to do the exact same as he did last year. I'd like to see that go up a little bit. Rasmus Kupari with 9 points in 9 points and a +5. That's very good. Same with Logan Hutsko, very good as well. And Jeff Carter. Okay, so we're getting depth scoring here. Brad Lambert, 8 points, -1. Not horrible for a rookie season. Jonas Brodin, +3. Mike Matheson, 6 points, +3. Already basically better than what Lundell was for us last year. Ville Heinola, 5 points, +6. Beautiful. And then Artemi Kniazev here. So I'm not seeing anything too glaring. Maybe that third line is a little bit suspicious with they're a minus right now. So might have to just keep our eyes on that, but I think that was just a bad stretch there. We're still 5-4-1 in our last 10, which is not horrible. We're still in a divisional playoff spot right now, so let's just make sure that we kind of keep our tenacity up. Let's keep going after it, game after game. Let's simulate a week to this Anaheim game. Actually, they're not a very good team. Any good teams around here? Wow, man. I mean, we could go see the Islanders or the Canadiens. We could go see... Yeah, let's see the... Let's go see the Islanders. I think the Islanders are a little bit better here. So let's try to get some wins on the board. It's a 5-1 loss, then a 4-0 win. Okay, 5-2 loss. Can we beat them? Okay, 7-4 win. Then we get 2. There we go. 3 wins in a row. We're on a 3-game winning streak now. That's what I wanted to see. We just needed to get a few games strung together there, and we are tied with the Wild, and we're only 4 points away from the Avalanche. So not too big of a hill to climb here. Up against the, why did I say that? That was so weird. Up against the New York Islanders. Let's simulate through this one here, and then we can go see Colorado. So good little stretch of games here that we've been on. We've been on a 3-game winning streak. Let's try to keep that up, boys. First period, going to be 1-0 for us. Cole Perfetti, I feel like he always scores in that slow sim. Love to see it. Shots 15-9 in favor of the Islanders, but 1-0 is the score. Second period now, 3-1. Good job, boys. Samuel Bolduc, is that his name? Or I don't know. Bolduc scores a shorthanded goal, but then Besser and Malkin both score on Ilya Sorokin to give us a 2-goal advantage going into that third period. Now, this is a classic playoff experience here. We're playing a good team in the New York Islanders 5-on-3, and they score on it once. Don't let them score again. Okay, this is a classic playoff experience. We're up 3-1. Up against a very good team. We have to learn how to shut this game down, all right? So they're still getting opportunities, still getting shots, but we shut them out. Well, we don't shut them out, but we shut the door there in the last 12 minutes and do not allow a tying goal to come on the board, and that's all I care about. Hellebuck had a great performance. Malkin with a goal, Besser with a goal. That third line clicked in that one, so that's lovely to see. Next up is the Montreal Canadiens, the Tampa Bay Lightning. So there's quite a few good teams here. We will go and watch the Colorado game, but Montreal's a good team. Can we beat them? We lose to them. Tampa's also a good team, though, so let's see if we can beat them. We lose to them as well. Okay, that's not good. It's 2 losses in a row now. I'm going to stop the sim. Okay, but it's a good win up against the Blues there, who are in our division. So at least we win the game that matters the most. Now, Ottawa's 2-1 loss. Good Lord. We're up and down. We are up and down this year. Okay, so that was a bad stretch, but Colorado's a very good team also. Should we do any changes, or should we just go and see? Let's just go and see. We're 19-13-1. We don't have a bad record by any means, but Colorado was 22-9-1. So They're a very strong team, obviously. First period, 2-1 for us. Chaz Lucius scores on Eustace Ananen. Ananen? How do I say his name? I always don't know how to say his name. Nichushkin scores on Hellebuck, and then Zakarinsky gets a goal back for us with 2 minutes left on Ananen. I'll just say Ananen for now. Unless anybody knows how to correct me, that would be much appreciated if you guys know. If not, that's all good as well. Second period now, 3-2. Score differential remains the same. Meetonen must be a drafted player, maybe a medium top 6 type guy, maybe a medium elite, who knows? And then Nikolai Ehlers scores to once again give us that 1-goal lead. All right, Hellebuck, it's a lot to ask up against a very high-powered offense, but I need you, my man. I need you right now more than I need oxygen, bro. You gotta shut this door. Oh man, and this would snap a bad stretch here where we went like 1-4 in our last 5 or something like that. But then Bowen Byram blasts one past Connor Hellebuck. And can anybody be a hero? No, we're going to overtime, and you know what? Let's go and watch it. All right, we are in Ball Arena taking on the very strong Colorado Avalanche here. We'll get to see a look at our 3-on-3 lines with Kyle Connor and Mark Scheifele heading us up here. There's Nathan MacKinnon. Scheifele moves that over to Josh Morrissey, who loses that puck at the point, but he's going to be able to recover it. And luckily, and then Kyle Connor picks it up, and now it's a 2-on-1 over to Mark Scheifele, but he can't quite get a shot off. Kyle Connor in the slot loses that puck, but the pressure is mounting. Here's Josh Morrissey. Morrissey to his backhand. What a save from Ananen, though. And now Kyle Connor in the slot. Big save as well. But then he gets his own rebound, and he's going to bury that one. With 4.5 minutes left on that clock, it doesn't matter. 31 seconds into overtime, we score and get the victory off a great play from Kyle Connor. Ananen could not get up. He fell down, he got stuck there, somebody slipped a banana peel under him, and he, luckily for us, could not get up. So we take that one 4-3 in a big time win against the Colorado Avalanche. Look at that, EA. You gotta fix that, EA. He should be sprawling over to make that save, not just stuck on his butt. Oh my goodness. But we will take it nonetheless. He got a little piece of it too. Imagine if he was just like, even if you just sprawl over to the right, like you're not just gonna sit on your butt. So either way, we will take that victory, a big one up against Colorado, and I'm happy with that performance. Okay guys, I'm here since it's January 1st. I just wanted to take a look at all the expiring contracts that we can actually look to extend now. So guys like, Jeff Carter, guys like Evgeny Malkin, Ville Heinola, and Artemi Kniazev, both of these guys out here. And I think I want to extend Heinola and Kniazev at least for a little bit, maybe for 2 years, each for 2 years at fairly reasonable prices. We have to be careful with our money. We have 6.39 mil to spend. And I think these two can do it for us. So I'm going to be willing to spend some money on both of them. And let me offer them some contracts. So for Ville Heinola here, I'm going to go 2 years at $2.6 million. I think he will accept this. 85% is like 2.5, like 285 or something like that. So I think he should accept 2.6 mil. So we're going to offer Heinola that. And then over here with Artemi Kniazev, I'm going to also give him a 2-year deal. But his is going to be 2 years at $2 million. So he's getting paid a little bit less than Ville Heinola, but he's also a little bit less in overall. So I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Let's take a look and see if they decide to sign those contracts. We are listed as a seller here despite being 20-13-1. So that's a bit interesting from the game. But hey, what are you going to do? Let's go a few days here. They might have answered by the Chicago game, maybe. And Kniazev is on board. Easy decision. And so is Ville Heinola. Great. So we had a little bit of contract disputes there with Heinola, but they are now both signed on for 2 years after this one. So we have them for another 3 years together, holding up that third line for us. They're +8 right now. Well, maybe together. Well, together they're like +10, but they're probably... The average is like +4, I suppose, something like that. All of our defense is looking good on the plus-minus. This first line, okay, let's see. Chaz Lucius now only 15 points in 34 games. I might look to this, the experiment might be over. We might have to try Brock Besser up there or something like that. But I'm going to leave him there for now. We're going to just simulate a few more games here, only like 7 more games or so. I did not mean to do that. We're just going to simulate to the halfway point, and then I'm going to get your guys' feedback and opinions on things. So we've got 7 more games until we stop the sim. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this game up against Vegas, we've already gone and seen Vegas though. So is there another game that we can see? Maybe this New Jersey game here. We can also go see the Blackhawks. We just went in and saw a game though. So let's go see the New Jersey Devils here. And let's try to get some wins on the board. That's 2 losses in a row. Great. Love to see it. That's 3 losses in a row. Fantastic. Okay, so what's the problem? What is the problem here? That's horrible. That is so horrible. Luckily, we're in a wild card spot, but good lord, that's bad. Oh my goodness. This team is weird, man. I thought we were good at the start, and then we kind of tapered off here. Okay, I'm going to put Chaz Lucius down. This third line, oh my god, this third line's bad. This third line is very bad together. Okay, so let's try to move some things around here. Maybe it's Brad Lambert who can't get it done. Let's go Jeff Carter there instead, and let's see if that works. Man, that's rough though. That third line is really costing me. Okay, so we made some changes to the forward core. Let's see if it helps for this game up against New Jersey. I did not mean to play. My PS5 is having major issues right now. Okay, simulate. There we go. Good lord. All right. Here we go. First period. Come on, boys. New lines, new team. Let's go. First period, 1-0 for New Jersey. Alexander Holt scores on the power play. Come on, boys. We're better than this. Let's go. Second period, we tie it up. Nikolai Ehlers scores on Akira Schmid with 35 seconds left in the period. That's going to give us some momentum going into the third period now. We are beating them in shots and a score. There we go. Mark Scheifele scores from a crazy angle on Schmid, who must just not have been ready for that one. 10 minutes remain in this third period. Hellebuck, baby, I need you, man. I know I feel like I'm always relying on you, but even look at our shots. 36 shots on nets, only 2 goals. Their goaltender is playing incredibly well, but that is a victory for us and a big one. 2-1 win against New Jersey. 3 stars of the night are Hellebuck, Schmid, and Mark Scheifele. Good to see. All right, so we finally get a win there. And now I'm just going to simulate a few more games until we hit the 40 game mark. So 3 more games. This is a big game up against Colorado. They're obviously a very good team though. And then we get to watch the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. So come on, boys. Let's try to get some wins on the board. That's a 5-1 win against Colorado. Good. Chaz Lucius has been injured until January 25th. It's not too long, but I will have to make this a mandatory or a change by myself. So we can give Malkin some time on that. Maybe Malkin some time on that second line could be good. Yeah, let's throw him up on the second line. Then the third line will be, should we go Kastelik, Fortier? Oh yeah, Kastelik or Fortier? I don't know. Kastelik is a power forward. He's a 2-way forward. Who's the better defensive? I guess it's Kastelik. All right, Kastelik will go in. And I guess Brad Lambert will come back up. Sure, let's do it like this. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Oh, I gotta do all the other lines too. Hang on. Okay, so after that injury, we get a shootout loss to the Sharks here. At least we get a point off them. And then now we are up against the Vegas Golden Knights. So we are currently in a wild card spot. We got 47 points in 40 games. We're 1 point out. Luckily, there's not too many teams trying to chase us, but we're 1 point out from that first wild card spot. We're also pretty close to the Wild, the Blackhawks, and the Stars. So we're only 4 points. 4 points separates 4 positions. So I'm not too worried about it right now at this current moment, but this is going to be the last game of the video here. So it's game number 41 for us. We're up against Vegas, who we started the season against, I believe. So let's try to end this episode on a high note as well. So here we go. First period, 0-0. Okay, goaltender duel here. I like to see it. Second period now, 2-1 for us. Werenski and Scheifele both score. Mark Stone gets 1 for them. On Michael DiPietro, we score on. Okay, good. Third period is underway now. The people are back with their popcorn, getting in the seats. Mason Appleton, of course, Mason Appleton scores a shorthanded goal up against us. Come on, boys. It's a super long power play. We can't get anything going off it. Now they're on the power play, and they're going to rip one, aren't they? No, they're not. Okay. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left. 1 minute. And we're going to overtime, so at least we have gotten a point. Let's try to get a goal here, too, and win this one. Let's get 2 points. This would be a big 2 points for us. Come on. And, okay, it doesn't go anywhere. Shootout time now. And that goes to the Vegas Golden Knights, unfortunately. Dang. Tough loss. But we have At least we have points in our last, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have points in our last 5, which I suppose is a good thing. We are now tied in that wild card race with the Dallas Stars. Of course, though, we do have one more game played than them, but that's going to do it for the simulation part of this episode. Now let's take a look at the stats. Let's take a look at our spreadsheets here and see what's going right for us and what's going wrong. So goals for per game, just in our division to start off, 3.34, that is good enough for me. We should be okay at. We're a top 3 scoring team, and goals against is really low as well. We're the 3rd best defensive team. So we're the 3rd best offensive and 3rd best defensive team in our division. Power play is 13%. I don't know why I just can't get the power play going in this series whatsoever. Penalty kill at 84 is good though. 2nd best penalty kill. So once again, our defense is doing great. We have where are we? We have like the 7th best penalty kill in the entire league. Looking at our power play, though, it's probably one of the worst, right? 1, 2, 3, 4th worst power play in the league. Yikes. Okay, but we're a great defensive team. We are the 1, 2, 3, 4th best defensive team, and offensively, we are, so this is 8. 8 is the Maple Leafs. 8, 9, 10. 10th best offensive team. So we are good even strength. For some reason, we're in a wild card spot. I guess we're just in a really tough division, huh? Let's look at around the entire NHL. The Avs are 1st, Toronto is 2nd, Florida's 3rd, Calgary, the Rangers, who the defending Stanley Cup champions, are 5th, Minnesota is 6th, Edmonton, Detroit, Blackhawks, Islanders, Dallas. So we're the 12th best team in the league, but we're in a wild card spot because our division is so tough, man. Wow, okay. Who is the worst team in the league? Always fun to see them. I bet it's the Sens, isn't it? They're down there, yeah. It's the Kraken, Arizona, St. Louis, LA Kings, and then the Senators. Cool. All right. So I don't really know what to say. It feels like I just got to get the power play going. But if I can get the power play going, this team is very strong. So let's see. The second line is doing its thing. 43 points from Scheifele, 40 from Ehlers, only 30 points from Kyle Connor. Yikes, and 16 goals. That's crazy. Morrissey with 29, Malkin with 28, Perfetti with 26. But he's only on pace for 52 points. That's not good enough. Kyle Connor only on pace for 60. That's also not good enough. So I don't know, man. I do not know how to get those guys going. Zach Werenski, Brock Besser. I'm really happy with the pickup from Brock Besser. Only 50 points, but he's a plus 15, so that's big. Gabriel Velarde, 23 points, minus 11. Chaz Lucius he was playing on that second line, so he did better on that second line. He's now on pace for 34 points. It's not enough, though. Plus 7 at least. Rasmus Kupari, a resurgence here for us. Good to see. Jeff Carter doing well as well. Brad Lambert, I'm not happy with. I kind of want to send him down, but he's already up here now. Michael Matheson with 12 points plus 6. At least he's a plus player. I'll take that. Logan Hutsko, Jonas Brodin, Ville Heinola, Artemi Kniazev, all these guys. Omar Kastelik played one game, didn't do too much for us. Goaltending now. Goaltending looks solid. Hellebuck, 20-12-2, 3 shutouts, 917 save percentage, 2.62 goals against average. Those look like prime Hellebuck numbers, like Vezina type numbers almost. Laurent Brossoit, though, 2-4-2 with 907 and 3.43. Like his save percentage is good enough that honestly he should be just hovering around that 3.0 goals against average, but because the team just letting him down, man. He's facing so many shots. Like shots against, he has 284 saves. He has 313 shots against, which feels like so much. I don't know. For only playing 12 games and only starting, like, I don't know. Either way, decent from the goaltenders. Maybe I look to get a backup goalie in free agency, but let me show you guys the trade blocks now. All right, so here we are in the trade block, sorting by overall as always. We've got Anaheim here with some prospects. Arizona, we've got Kevin LeBanc in Arizona, but 2 years left on the deal. Not too interested in that. Andrew Kopp, former Winnipeg Jet, right? Yeah, former Winnipeg Jet. There he is for a couple of seasons down here. Yeah, he played quite a bit in Arizona, in Winnipeg. He is here in Arizona now. That could be interesting. He could be a good third-line center for us, maybe a fourth-line center if we have to. Other than that, nothing too interesting. Hampus Lindholm, but actually that's a really good deal for an 88 overall, but we already have a really stacked decor, so not too interested in Hampus Lindholm. Buffalo has this guy, S. Kennedy, on the block, a medium elite right-wing sniper with 5-star shooting, playing in the OHL despite being an 80 overall. That's very interesting. I don't know what we would give up for it. It'd have to be crazy, but that's very, very interesting. Mackenzie Weegar out here in Calgary, prospects in Carolina. Chicago has Seth Jones on the block as always, but that's just too crazy of a salary cap. I just can't do that. Colorado with some prospects. Columbus, Evander Kane. Hold up, Evander Kane. Let's see, what does he do for them? 11 goals, 8 assists. It's not amazing, actually. Jake Bean could be a decent depth pickup for us, maybe. Or Nikita Zadorov, even, who's a bigger body, could play on that bottom unit. But we just signed those guys, so I don't know. Interesting. Dallas here, but of course we could do a sign and trade type of a thing if we wanted to. Brendan Saad in Dallas is interesting, but he's just on a big, like a long deal, 3 years. Not interested in that. Logan O'Connor could be a guy, penalty killer maybe. Not really, kind of. Fits the second line, but he's not going to be playing there. Good speed. I don't know. Logan O'Connor could be a depth piece maybe. Detroit, not really anything. Edmonton, nothing. Florida, LA. Now, Drew Doughty in LA. 1 more year left on this monster deal. Drew Doughty. Oof. For 1 year as well. It's not like a big commitment like guys like Mackenzie Weegar and Seth Jones are. It's just 1 year. But I just can't, I'm not going to be able to move that salary because we would also have to give them like $10 million because we only have 1 mil of cap space. So that's not going to work. The Minnesota Wild have a lot of guys on contracts here. It's okay. Michael McLeod could be like a 4th line type guy for us, maybe. Interesting. Matt Zuccarello is here as well. Matt Zuccarello. Wow. Okay. 50. He's on pace for 50 points. Vladimir Tarasenko is here. Does he still have X factors? No, he doesn't. Okay, so he's kind of useless to me. Montreal with some prospects. Eric Howell is out here in Nashville. Nothing really going on these other few places. Ottawa has Artem Zub with 1 more year. Good defender. He's kind of just base all around, but not too interested in it, to be honest. Philadelphia with Josh Bailey and Jamie Benn. Okay, Jamie Benn could be somebody. A big name, good shooter. Could be a power play guy for us. We do have to shore up that power play. It says he fits the 4th line as well. Okay, Jamie Benn. Interesting. TVR. Logan Couture here, who probably has negative trade value. Logan Couture. It fits the 1st line, though. 79 overall as well. Yeah, not going to be too impactful on the team. Adam Henrique in St. Louis. Tampa with some prospects. Toronto is selling everyone. Morgan Riley, Nick Schmaltz, Tyler Bertuzzi, Ryan Graves, Christian Dvorak, John Klinberg, David Kampf, Joel Edmondson, Kyle Palmieri, Andreas Athanasiou, Yakov Trenin, Chris Tierney, Samuel what's his name? Yes, Simon Benoit, sorry. Craziness out here in Toronto. And these guys are all on big deals, so I'm not too interested in really any of these guys, to be honest. Maybe if we want to do like a longer term piece, like a younger guy like Christian Dvorak or Nick Schmaltz maybe, but still a lot of trade value to try to move. Vancouver with nothing. Vegas, okay, Grigory Denisenko here in Vegas, a young guy still with some potential. Horrible defender. Good puck skills, good skating, not physical at all. Yeah, it's an option. It's an option at least. They also have Pavel Dorofeyev here. Horrible defender as well. So these guys are just more like offensive guys to put in our top 6 if we have to. We have Mason Appleton, who we could bring back to the team. More of a defensive type player. That could be interesting. Matthias Janmark is here as well. Hina Stroza and Paul Cotter as well. Okay, interesting options there in Vegas. Just some depth guys, though, at the end of the day. And that does it for the trade blocks. I will also take a look at the goalie trade blocks, though, because obviously our backup goalie is not winning us games. So that's something that we definitely have to look at here. Vamelka in Buffalo for about 3 more years left. Nope, not paying that for 3 more years. I'm just gonna zoom through these and see if anybody is here. Okay, this guy, 82 overall, buried in the AHL with medium starter potential. Jet Greaves. That could be interesting. Jet Greaves. Now, we just have to go off potential, right? Because he played a few games in the NHL. He's played 2 NHL games. He had a really good game and he had a really bad game. So make of that what you will. In the AHL, he's had okay numbers, but not amazing. So, I don't know. Jet Greaves. That could be interesting, though. Columbus might be selling him off. That definitely could be something that we look at if any of you guys are interested or know of him. Sergei Bobrovsky here, kind of a crazy contract for him. Yaroslav Askarov, medium elite, 87 overall. 3 years left on the deal, only 24 years old. How does he simulate? 909, 909, 922. Well, that was in the AHL though, but these last 2 years he's been good. This year he's only played 5 games. He's only played 5 games for them. They must just be playing they must be playing Soros over him, but this is a crazy tandem that they have. Askarov, great goalie, but again, where are we going to get the value from? Is it going to be like the thirds that we picked up? Also, how is the money going to work? So we'll trade them back Laurent Brossoit, right? We'd be over the salary cap, so we have to trade them out more cap. That's the big problem with this, is we have so much cap. So it has to be guys that we're willing to trade who have a high cap, right? So Malkin, it could be, I guess it's Michael Matheson, but Matheson is playing okay, and we just signed him, so it doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I mean, we need to just focus on lower salary guys because we don't have any salary to move out. So unless it's like a player for player, like a real hockey deal, but I'm happy with this team, kind of. I don't know if I'd say I'm happy with them, but we definitely have to work on that power play. But other than that, like, our stats look good. It's just I don't know. Jordan Binnington's out here. Okay, Martin Jones could be a guy. This could be an option for us. He didn't play at all this year. What are his stats looking like in the NHL? With Seattle, that's a bad year. But this is a real life year, so he has not really played at all in the NHL, so that's interesting. Tampa, Toronto, Vancouver, Vegas, and then Washington, all with nobody. So interesting stuff there on the block. A few names out there. Remember, though, we're still only halfway through, but I hope that you enjoyed this episode. It's been a while since I brought one to you guys, so I just wanted to get one out for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys know what to do. You've been on YouTube for long enough, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Peace out.